After realizing I was having too much proteins, I freaked out. So I had, I didn't want much more proteins. I had just one large egg as protein in itself, which is, I believe, 11 or 13 grams of protein. And I had bread. I didn't mind the carbs. I needed the calories. I also wanted the calories. I had bread with butter again because of the calories. They both have proteins as well, but in a very small amount, smaller than I would have if I had a proper meal. And I had walnuts again because I wanted to make sure I had enough protein, calories for this meal and to compensate the rest of the day. And I saw some I have frozen bananas, so I had a few slices because I was honestly terrified. I just wanted to make sure I had enough calories. I didn't mind the carbs, but I was afraid of protein. So um, now I'm having some tea. I wanted to make gingerbread tea, but I don't have any. So I had some ground gingerbread and I poured it in a cup, and then I remembered I have chai spices and I poured it in the cup and just poured some water on top, and this is what I'm going to have. I got scared. I literally got scared. I'm having too much proteins and not enough calories, and there's no way out other than counting um, amounts and how many carbs and proteins are there in food as well as calories. And I have decided, because what I've noticed, and I've just counted one meal, it's not only what I believe to be proteins that have proteins. In my case, it was tuna. And if it was just tuna, I guess it would be okay. But everything else had or added a little bit of proteins, and altogether it was too much. So I decided to consider 18 grams or 17 grams of proteins from the meat, the fish, or the legumes I'm going to eat, whatever big protein source I'm going to have. And um, the remaining three, because I'm aiming to have 20 grams of proteins coming from the other things I'm having, like the yogurt and what else had, and the walnuts. And although I'm not having walnuts at every meal, but I think you understand what I mean. There are other things I am eating that I'm not even considering that they have proteins that do have, and they do add up. So in order to make sure the total amount is of 20 grams, I need to make sure my main source of protein is lower than that in order to accommodate the remaining proteins from the rest. I had thought about this before, but I thought, oh, it probably nothing and not enough to make a difference. Well, it is. It is. It is huge. And it scared me a lot.